Hey YouTubers, it is 9:40 a.m. December 3rd. 9:40 a.m. December 3rd, Thursday. I've just put in inquiries about having my luggage delivered. After all that, right? It's only been a couple of weeks since I had them pick it up. Perhaps not even 2 full weeks. What could have dislodged me so thoroughly? Alright, I had already basically come to the conclusion that Tbilisi is going to be a better locale. It'll give me more time to try to set up a freelance situation. And but the real clincher was when I found out not only do you not need a visa, but you can stay there for up to a year. And after all this, oh my God. I actually made a video just about visas, but I made it private because I indiscreetly mentioned my age. Heralded, actually. Like the opening 5 seconds. I haven't watched it in quite a while, but that's what made me... That's why I clicked on the private option when reviewing it. So, yeah. I guess I'll make that public now, since I don't have to be overly concerned about that. Gosh, that was a while back. But the point of it is visas and having to, just make that visa run, get out of the country for whatever amount of time and then come back in with such... I mean, it may be adventurous when you're young, but it's an annoyance when you get older. So, yeah, I could put myself in the framework, oh, what an adventurous life. I've already mentioned that. And I may still have to. So I don't want to completely burn that part away. It may still be a very adventurous life. It is. But I'm trying to make it not so adventurous. But if it has to come to that, then fine. Not only is it affordable, but you don't need a visa and you can stay there. The biggest one, you can stay there for up to a year. I should have gone on the embassy website just to make sure that's still current information. But truth be told, it's easier to go through inconvenience now rather than 2 to 3 times the amount of trouble I'm making for myself down the road by having to come back and retrieve my luggage. So, yeah, it's a pain, but down the road it's going to be even a bigger pain. So, but that's what dislodged it. That's what, just hearing that. A year, 365 days without worrying about having to make a visa run or get out of the country or whatever it is. Wow. So yeah, so I'm saving myself the trouble down the road if it turns out not to be current information. But oh, I hope it is. That would be something. That would be something. Anyway, I'm going to have my luggage brought here. And just use the information I found yesterday to make the transport a little more manageable. That bus stop, sorry. sorry, metro stop before IKEA. The entire area. I mean, I was looking at my bus terminal video from yesterday. Oh my God, it's a joke. I mean, that thing is like a very small parking lot, whereas the terminal, the bus terminal at the what's it called? Otogar, I don't know, something like that. Metro station. That entire area. I mean, just literally the entire area. It's just like nothing but companies, bus companies. I'll show you when I can. I'll show you next time. But yeah, just looking at the video from yesterday. I mean, that rinky-dink thing by comparison, that was like very, very tiny little parking lot, and this thing is just spread out. The one at the yeah. So and it's easier, obviously, to get to. So they planned it out well. You know, I'm not the first person to travel by bus, obviously. So that entire station is just dedicated to it's like walking into an outside airport. Outdoor airport thing. I mean, it's just entirely, that's all it is. Nothing but bus companies as far as the eye can see. So I'll show you. But yeah, I can have the stuff delivered here, push it 2 blocks to the university Istanbul University metro thing. Whatever the other name for it, whatever. And just go to the Otogar or whatever it's station. Wow. Okay, so that for the 360 the year, knowing that I don't have to pack up and move out for up to a year if I can manage to stay there that long, that really dislodged it. So that's great. I hope it's still current, but even if it's not, it's still better to just deal with a little inconvenience now. Okay, a lot of inconvenience now than 3 or 4 times more hassle down the road. The employment situation. Yes, I did get a feedback. I got someone inquiring about, you know, a resume and whatever. But that was it. You know, I replied. I submitted the thing, and that's all. What I'm finding out is the prevalent business model now is just to treat your workers like complete, yeah. So, you know, just make them desperate enough to put up with anything, kind of thing. So you know, only bootlickers need apply kind of stance. You know, I could try to run it down and do my best to act like a brown nose in the hopes that they'll take me on. But I am just setting myself up. I'm setting everyone up for great disappointment, frustration, anger, whatnot. Myself and everyone else included. Because that's not going to be sustained. And so why even go into it acting like that's the kind of person you are? So let them just, if they choose to hire you, let them be pleasantly surprised that they landed a good worker. And you know, that's without trying to kiss up. But if you are going to play the toady, the brown noser, and then not be able to sustain that kind of attitude. You're just going to anger whoever hired you, thinking that that's the kind of person you were. You're the kind of person that gets a jump and you're going to reply how high kind of thing, and just have you. You're just setting everyone up, especially yourself, for frustration, hatred. It's not going to be a good situation unless you can really keep it up. So it would be a major strain just trying to do that, just to land the job, but there's no way I'd be able to keep that up even if I had did that initially. So yeah, let's save everyone the frustration of creating a false situation, and if I get hired, let them be pleasantly surprised that they found themselves a good worker. So that's, and since that is not the way that they're running businesses nowadays, freelance. The heck with it. I'm not going to BS myself into a job just to have to walk away from it within a couple of months. I don't know how long can anyone put up with that. So, yeah, freelance. Until someone gets a clue and decides that that prevailing business model is more trouble than it's worth. So, yeah, I've been looking at this YouTube channel, Nomad Capitalist, I think it's. And yeah, if you're a nomad, you're definitely going to have to be a capitalist. Socialist is something for society or civilization to try to adhere to. Individuals, that's not an option. If you're an individual, you're going to be a capitalist. I mean, there's how do you prevent that? So, whatever. Business people, huh? Oh, what a trip. So, summing up, what do we have? I've inquired about how much delivery services. Oh, I've doing my Google Map thing. I've run down the address, the ProNet address. I did it a couple of times. First using Google's directions. Oh my God, yeah. And then my own. So I'll leave that in the some description wherever it's makes more sense. Probably the first one at the time I mentioned ProNet video a week back, a couple of weeks back or whatever. I'll give my directions to how to get to ProNet. But hopefully that won't be necessary. If they give me a decent price, it was $250 or $300 to pick up. So if they want to be cute about it and kind of give me an outrageous figure, I can just say I'll pick it up, and I'll go and pick it up. So whatever, I'll let you know how that works out. And I don't know, what else? The luggage. After I secure my luggage, go and get the ticket at that Otogar station thing. See if I can find someone that speaks English. I'm not going to be that lazy about it. I mean, I'll Google Translate 2 or 3 phrases that I think is going to be necessary to be able to say. I can start with English. And they can point me inside or just shake their head or whatever, and then I can throw down my 2 or 3 phrases. I guess I want a ticket to Tbilisi, right? Or do you go to Tbilisi? How much? Oh, I already know that one. Whatever. I'll work out whatever 3 or 4 phrases I may need for the situation and whatever. Yeah. Maybe I'll find someone with English and I won't even need that. But be prepared. Google Translate. Write it down. Okay. So that's it. Luggage, ticket, and you can kill yourself with details, but let the details take care of themselves. You get the, oh my gosh. Yeah, a lot easier than trying to juggle your luggage around and seeing what stays, what comes with you, and just take the whole dang thing, go with it. The annoyance it's an annoyance anyway, right? You're gonna have to make all these death by 1,000 choices, death by 1,000 cut choices. What keep, what to whatever, how to arrange it in the storage thing, going back and forth with the storage people trying to access your, so as it's turning out, it's just easier to have them deliver it and take the whole darn thing. But I did need to be dislodged after going through all that. So the good point about that is it forced me to get familiar with Google Maps again, Google Translate, and what else? I don't know, some other thing. I know there was another application that I had to use. I'll put in the description if it comes to mind. So it just forced me to really review my Vietnam experiences as far as using these applications, because yeah, absolutely necessary. And I finally got the compass and pedometer just in case I needed that extra. And with Google Maps you will, at least the compass, if not the pedometer. Hopefully just counting, if you zoom in enough on the map, you'll be able to count the major blocks and write down the landmarks. Keeping my fingers crossed that that's all, but if I have to break out the pedometer, it's nice to know I have it on hand. So it's really, it's not, nothing's ready right out of the box, right? So this was good. And still, Turkey is situated geographically, so it has such an incredible location that as long as it doesn't become expensive, it's good to know. And plus its language is manageable. I mean, if you're doing nothing but studying the language, I shouldn't say studying the language, going over phrases, useful phrases, I don't see why in 6 months you shouldn't be able to really, at least be able to muddle through most exchanges that you'll have to deal with. I'm not talking about small talk or being a chatty person or getting into a philosophical exchange or discussion, whatever. But just the basics. It's a phonetic language. They don't try to kill you with unnecessary details, and it's just awesome, But yeah, that's like full-time studying. Just keeping to the essentials. 6 months? There's no reason why you couldn't be able to. Whereas Georgia, just looking at, they don't have the Romanized alphabet thing. They've got their own little, So, I may learn a few phrases. Well, I obviously will learn a few phrases, but I don't really see it Because if you can't read the language, I mean, what the? So right there, that's just, you know, you'd have to be there such a long time to get a good handle on the language. What the? Nowadays, with all the turmoil, what are the odds that you'll be able to stay in one place long enough to pick up the language when it has all these little complications to it? But anyway, so Turkey still has geography and language on its side. Even if they make you get out after 90 days, and there are cheaper places right next door. So, freelance, eh? Okay, so freelance, Tbilisi. I think I'm saying it right now. I don't know. I will within a week. Like that much. Okay, YouTubers. Lots of things happening. Lots of things happening. Talk to you later.